Hey, what's going on, everybody? Leigh Dickey here, comedian, actor, producer, reviewer, and welcome to the Leigh Dickey TV YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, please hit the subscribe button, ring that bell, and turn on notifications so you never miss another upload. Please do follow me on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Leigh T. Dickey, and visit my official website, leightdickey.com. If you would, please subscribe to both my podcasts, the Beats and Speaks podcast and Yo Nostalgia. Please do comment, like, subscribe, and share on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, or wherever you get your podcasts as well. Please and thank you. Leave us a 5-star rating and review. That really helps us out a lot. But thanks for tuning in to the Leigh Dickey TV YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. Now let's get on to today's video. NCIS has been renewed for season 19. The police procedural was renewed for a 19th season by its parent network, CBS, along with 4 others. I tell you all about it next. Alright, so NCIS has been renewed by CBS for season 19. Now it seems like this year especially, not that any other years have been, the status of the show have been in question. I'm sure they have been. But I think Mark Harmon's been flirting with the idea of leaving the series for the last few years. And I think, in my mind anyway, as a fan and somebody that tries to keep a close eye on what goes on in the world of TV, given that I've worked in it and that in radio and all facets of media in my professional life, it seems like this year was a year where Mark Harmon really was flirting with the idea of leaving the series. And according to this article, which I got all this information from tvline.com, which I will list and link in the description and show notes, it came pretty close. And pretty much what it came down to was if Mark Harmon leaves NCIS, the show gets canceled. Now, any fan of the show could tell you that. Mark Harmon is like the nucleus of this show, and dare I say, the entire NCIS franchise. When you think the NCIS TV franchise, you think Mark Harmon. Not taking anything away from anyone else. Wilmer, Valderrama, Michael Weatherly, Coda de Pablo, Emily Wickersham, the list goes on and on. Brian Dietzen, Polly Perrette, right? Or, Lucas Black, or Nakar Zedigan, or Zoe McCallan, Scott Bakula, or, Chris O'Donnell, or LL Cool J, Danielle Arua, from any of the other spin-offs. But when you think NCIS, the franchise as a whole, Mark Harmon is probably the first, and if not only, name that people know. If you're not really a fan, Mark Harmon, NCIS, that's like peanut butter and jelly. They just go together. And this series has been renewed for a 19th season, right? But it seems like this year, especially, Mark Harmon was really flirting with the idea of leaving the show. And I guess it came down to, look, Mark, if you leave, the network's going to cancel the show, and that's it. So I'm assuming he just re-upped and, agreed upon part-time appearances, some occasional appearances as gives in character. But who knows? I'll get into more detail coming right up. As I said, the article pretty much states that if Harmon leaves the show goes off the air. It's canceled. That's it. No mas. Okay? And, I state in my previous videos that, like my previous NCIS videos, where the playlist will be listed and linked in the cards and in the description for your viewing and listening pleasure. If Mark Harmon leaves, that's it. That's it. No, there's nowhere to go for the show. Like I said, he's the nucleus of this show. And as I keep saying, not taking anything away from anybody else, but if Mark Harmon leaves, then there's really no reason to have the show on the air again. Because, you've seen it before where, the main character of a show departs the franchise, and it might get a year, one more season renewal to wrap things up. It might get one more season, and then one more season after that, a year or two, and then it's off the air because the main character that leaves and departs is just not there. Like you saw that with Mom, which is wrapping up its run on CBS this year. So if Mark Harmon leaves, yeah, CBS probably going to cancel the show, more than likely. This article also states that Katrina Law's character, Jessica Knight, now she's a Hawaii Five-0 alum, and she is joining the cast of NCIS in the role of Jessica Knight, an NCIS REACT agent who is married to a stay-at-home dad, and they are raising an infant son. Her role, it begins with the final 2 episodes in a recurring role in season 18, but for season 19 next year, it's been bumped to a regular role. So we'll be seeing a lot of Katrina Law next year in season 19, and they're beginning with the final 2 episodes of this current season 18, which I think is very, very cool. Tough as nails. She was raised by a single mom, and she's married to a stay-at-home dad and raising an infant son, and yet she is just a badass NCIS REACT agent, this Jessica Knight character. So I am looking forward to seeing how Katrina Law's arc plays out on the show, beginning with the final 2 episodes of season 18. What I would like to see, I guess, going into next year, if Mark Harmon is basically, pulling back and stepping back from the Gibbs role, because it seems like they're just setting up a part-time Mark Harmon Gibbs run next year. Some occasional appearances. He'll just come in every now and again, I suppose, like in a recurring capacity. I'd like to see Sean Murray's Timothy McGee take on more of that leadership role next year. But this is just me as a fan. I think because he's been there the longest out of all of them. I think that Sean Murray, he was a recurring character in season 1 and has been a series regular ever since season 2. So for him, I think him being pushed as sort of like the special agent in charge or the person at the forefront of the team and leading the team in season 19, I think that would be cool. I think that's pretty much warranted. I'm not taking anything away from anybody else, but I think because he's put in the time and his character's been there the longest, I mean, he's been there since the beginning, along with Mark Harmon and the Gibbs character, I think that Murray's kind of earned his stripes, and it's time for him to just lead the team, because I think he can do it, right? Granted, I don't work for CBS, and I'm not on the NCIS production crew, but as a fan, that's what I would like to see, right? Just if Harmon's going to pull away from NCIS and take on sort of this recurring part-time occasional role with the Gibbs character, why not, push McGee to the forefront? Because I think, he's been there the longest. He knows how this ship runs, and, who better? I mean, I know that, say, DiNozzo's not there. What's his name? Michael Weatherly, he's not there. Even though Bull was renewed, that was the show that Weatherly is now on, and he left, I think, after the end of season 13 to star in the Bull show. So he left to star as Jason Bull in Bull, obviously. But I know that Michael Weatherly's not there, neither is Cody DePablo anymore. So I think, I don't want to call it a seniority thing, but I would like to see Sean Murray kind of take that leadership role next year if Harmon is indeed taking a part-time role and coming in occasionally. So there it is. There you go. NCIS has been renewed by CBS for a 19th season. Katrina Law is joining the cast at the end of this current season 18 in a recurring capacity, but it will be bumped to a series regular role for season 19. It seems like they're setting up a Mark Harmon part-time schedule. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Please do follow along on social media at Leigh T. Dickey. Visit my official website, leightdickey.com. This episode will probably go up on the Beats and Speaks podcast, so make sure that you subscribe to that show on your favorite podcast app and player of choice. All those links are in the description. You can read the article that I got all this information from in the description and show notes as well. Thanks again for watching. I've been Leigh Dickey, and we will see you next time. NCIS has been renewed for a 19th season. Check it out. Thanks for tuning in to Leigh Dickey TV on YouTube. Please remember to subscribe, comment, like, and share as well. Please do subscribe to both my podcasts, the Beats and Speaks podcast and Yo Nostalgia on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, or your favorite podcast app and player of choice. Leave us a 5-star rating and review as well. Follow the fun on social media at Leigh T. Dickey. That's on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And find out more information about me on my official website, leightdickey.com. All the links are in the description and show notes down below. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Leigh Dickey, comedian, actor, producer, reviewer, and we will see you next time. Peace!